Welcome to Quick Tell English. Today's story, The Unfamiliar, is a long story perfect for your A2 B1 level. Ethan arrived in Grant City on a Tuesday morning. The station was bigger and busier than the small station in his hometown. He felt instantly lost. His suitcase was heavier than he remembered. Grant City was completely different. His hometown was quieter and the people were friendlier. Here, everything was faster and more expensive. He found his new apartment. It was smaller than his old room, and the rent was much higher. He spent the first week unpacking, but the boxes were the least of his problems. His biggest challenge was the new job. He was working as a graphic designer at a large marketing agency. The office was modern, but the atmosphere was colder than he was used to. His boss, Mr. Thompson, was stricter than his former boss. His colleagues were smarter and more competitive. Ethan felt his work was not good enough. Your designs are weaker than those of the other members of the team, Ethan, Mr. Thompson said during a meeting. You need to be faster and more creative. Ethan tried his best. He stayed late every day. The city was becoming a source of anxiety, not excitement. His anxiety was the worst thing. It was difficult to make friends. The city's parks were bigger and more beautiful than any park he had seen, but he always ate lunch alone on a bench. He missed his old life. His friends were closer to him there. His life was easier and more comfortable. One Friday evening, after a very long and hard day, Ethan stopped at a small old bookstore. The shop was quieter than the street outside. He was looking for a book on city history when he bumped into someone. A large stack of books fell to the floor with a loud noise. Uh, I am so sorry, Ethan exclaimed. My mistake. I am the clumsiest person in the city. A woman was kneeling on the floor, picking up the books. She had bright red hair and wore a colorful scarf. She smiled. Her smile was the warmest thing Ethan had seen all week. It is okay, she said. This is not the biggest disaster. My name is Clara. I- I'm Ethan, he replied. I'm new here, very new. I can tell, Clara laughed. Locals do not apologize for books. They are much ruder. They started a conversation right there on the floor. Clara told him she was an artist and she had lived in Grant City for 10 years. She commented, this city is the best place to be an artist, but it is also the loneliest place if you don't know anyone. Ethan felt instantly better. Talking to Clara was easier than talking to his colleagues. She was kinder than Mr. Thompson. My new job is harder than I thought, Ethan confessed. The competition is stronger and I am slower than everyone else. Clara put a hand on his shoulder. You must not compare yourself to others. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. You need to be better than your old self, not better than your neighbor. That night, they drank coffee at a small cafe. The atmosphere was cozier than the vast, empty space of Ethan's apartment. Clara taught him things about the city. You should use the subway. It is faster than the bus. The small market on Elm Street has the freshest vegetables. And you must not eat at the big chain restaurants. The food is worse and more expensive. Clara was not just an unexpected friend, she was a guide. Over the next few weeks, Ethan's life began to change. He felt more confident. He was still working hard, but his attitude was different. He applied Clara's advice to his work. Instead of trying to be more competitive than his colleagues, he focused on making his designs more original. Mr. Thompson noticed, Ethan, your latest project is the strongest work you have produced. The concept is more unique than the previous ones. The city started to look different. It was still big, but it was less scary. The streets were cleaner than his hometown streets, and the lights at night were brighter and more beautiful. He was still living in the smallest apartment, but he did not feel lonely there anymore. He had someone to share his day with. One Saturday, Ethan and Clara were walking near the river. I am happier now than I was when I first arrived, Ethan said. And that is all thanks to you, Clara. You are the best thing that happened to me here. Clara smiled her warmest smile. The city did not change, Ethan. Your perspective changed. Grand City is a better city now because you are a happier person. Ethan realized she was right. He had stopped fighting the city and started living in it. His old life was simpler, but his new life was richer and more exciting. The greatest change was not the new job or the new city, but the better version of himself that had appeared when he found an unexpected friend. In this story, we mastered comparatives and superlatives. We compared Ethan's old life to his new one. The station was bigger and busier than the station in his hometown. And we used superlatives to describe the extremes. Her smile was the warmest thing he had seen. In this story, we learned some new words: unfamiliar, clumsy, curbside, competition, clumsy, anxiety, confessed, perspective, thief of joy. If you want more life lessons, grammar lessons, and vocabulary for A2 B1 English, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend. Tell us in the comments, what is the most difficult thing about moving to a new place? We will see you next time. And remember, a better life is not a better place, it is a better mind. Until then, stay focused and goodbye.